ZBrush isn't scary. Part 1, Basics.
Hello everyone, welcome to the course ZBrush isn't scary. My name is Daniel Bayat, and in this video I want to teach you the basic of the brushes in ZBrush. The brushes, very main things you do in ZBrush because you want to just carve on your mesh and sculpt. Let me just bring my bring a sphere and make it poly mesh 3D and just drag. So hit on edit because you want to sculpt on it. So you see the brushes is here. Let me just dock my brushes here. If you don't have it, I just want to drag my brush palette here, and you see there is brushes. Or I prefer to just close this divider and see it on here. All of my default brushes is here. You can see there is numerous brush like trim adaptive or inflate or damage standard, you just name it. There is a lot of things to do with these brushes, and I guarantee you can do everything just by 3 or 5 brushes. Overall you can make your shape out of this sphere. And these brushes is very useful, and how you can just select these brushes. The first step is just click on this icon, this thumbnail, and I said you can see the thumbnail here and the name of the brushes, the type of brushes, the type of carving, you can see the dots, and the alpha these brushes is used is here. So just forget about these two things, and you can see by default you select the standard brush, and the standard brush has the effect like this. Let me just Ctrl Z my model and just subdivide my model by Ctrl plus D, and you can see the active point is just become more and more. And with this you have a lot of point and vertices on your mesh that make your mesh denser, but help you to carve very smoothly. You see there is a lot of difference between this and this, and you wonder what I just do to make it this subdivision just undo and on a lower resolution. You can click on the geometry and see SDiv. Here I have 4 subdivision. By clicking Ctrl D, by clicking on Ctrl D you can just make more, and by Shift D you can just go to lower subdivision, as you can see. And if you want to just go upper and higher subdivision, just click on D on your keyboard. You see you go upper and higher, but you don't make the more than the last subdivision. Here is a 5, and if you want to just make it more, just Ctrl D is the key, but I prefer 5 is okay. It's more than okay because it's 2 million, but it's okay. ZBrush can handle it easily. So you see back to carving bits standard brush, you see I can just carve the shape out of the sphere by this brush, or if you just want to invert the effect, you just add a volume on your mesh. If you want to just make it invert, you can hold Alt on your keyboard, and you see, let me just make my brush smaller. I forgot to tell you these two things. The first thing is focal shift. The focal shift is the center circle on your brush icon here. You see, this is the focal, this is the main point of effect, and the others up to the outer point is the fade off. See, if you make it bigger, there is a smaller fade, and you can see here like this. So back to focal shift. By holding spacebar on your keyboard, you can have this menu easily here, and the draw size is your brush size. So let me back. So let me just as I said, by just drag and just click and drag, you can carve out of the shape, and if you hold Alt, you just dig in. You see this effect. And we have two options here. Z add, which means if it's enabled, you just make it out. If you change it to Z sub, by default you just carving in and dig in. And if this option is enabled instead of Z add, by holding Alt, you just make it out of the shape. You just make it out. So it's a basic of the overall brushes, and this is the effect of a standard brush. And if you want to just try other brushes like Damage Standard, just click on it and find Damage Standard here. And Damage Standard has its own effect. You can see it here. It's very tiny and make a good thin shape. Let me just go to lower resolution. By holding shift, you can smooth your effect of sculpting. And Damage Standard do something like this. And I prefer to not just click on this icon and select my brushes. I just prefer to hit B on the keyboard, and if I want to just select a standard brush, I hit B. S stands for as a standard, and T, it's make it to the standard brush. You see, for Damage Standard it's BDS. it's for them standard. And the other brushes I very use is move brush. You can just hit B, M, and V. Let me just show you. I hit B, M on keyboard, and you can see there is a range of brushes that is highlight here, and V stands for move, and it is very self-explanatory. You just move and make the shape, and just keep the effect on your mesh, keep your sculpt. And I like it when I just drag on it, just holding Alt to make it out of it by the normal angle, and it's very handy. By clicking on Alt and just drag, you can just make it invert. And these three brushes, the main brushes I use for making shape. And there is the last brush I want to introduce is B, C, and again B. It's clay buildup. I really love this brush because it makes the effect like some clay on your model, and if you just smooth it, you can see somehow it's like a muscle. So you see, I just carve and smooth to fade this effect and make it more real. And it's very feeling good to just sculpt and find the shape that you have in your mind. Somehow I have a concept, but I like to do it when I am free on my mind and just sculpt and listen to the music and be free about it. So you see, it's very good. So I want to just suggest you, if you don't want to just make a subdivision, you have to make it on Dynamesh. That is very more useful than subdivision, because you just want to block out your model and just be ensured to have the correct resolution. And why it's very useful when you just make your block, because by just control and drag and just refresh and just release your control, it's just update and you have more control on your model. But it's not productive ready, and it's not for production, and you have to retopo your model when you want to just working in animation or everything. And Dynamesh is somehow very really easy steps to make the block, or just in some printing pipeline, they just use Dynamesh. But for professional uses like in industry, game, or animation, you have to just retopo this model on other softwares like Maya or Blender. But back to our main discussion. I like it to use it because it's very handy and very good to just make the resolution refresh again and find it more useful than subdivision on the first step. But when you just make it retopo and bring it back to ZBrush, I prefer to use subdivision instead of dynamic, because absolutely my mesh will have UV, and this step will be very good to use subdivision. So that's it. I think it's a very easy video, but I just want to speak with you and make sure to do it on screen. And sorry, sometimes I just hesitate about what I'm saying, because I just focus on my sculpting, and when I speak about it, I want to make sure I say the right thing, that you will learn the right things from me. And yeah, that's it. Bye now.